are for week 6. Remember our class rules? Here we are with our quiz. Remember that after what we learned this week, next week we will have a pre-test of everything that we've learned so far, and then 2 weeks from now we will have our first quiz. All right, so what is rhythm? The correct answer is that rhythm is the constant pattern of sound. What is tempo? Tempo is the speed of the music. Question 3. How many beats does a quarter note receive? Well, the answer is 1. How many beats does a quarter rest receive? Well, the answer is 1 beat of silence. What are the 2 notes that do not get a sharp in the musical alphabet? Well, that's E and B. Number 6, say the complete musical alphabet. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. What does a time signature tell us? Well, a time signature tells us how many beats are in each measure. What is a measure? Well, a measure is a section of music, or a section of music that starts with a bar line and ends with a bar line. Number 9. How many beats does a half note receive? Well, it receives 2 beats of sound. How many beats does a half rest receive? 2 beats of silence. How many beats does a whole note receive? 4 beats of sound. How many beats does a whole rest receive? Well, now that from what we learned last week, that's a 2-part question. In 4/4, it receives 4 beats of silence. In 3/4, it's going to receive 3 beats of silence. How many beats does a dotted half note receive? A dotted half note receives 3 beats. How many beats are in a 3/4 measure? Once again, the answer is 3 beats. So today we're going to talk about tempo, BPM, and metronome. All right. So you thought, well, we've already got a tempo, a definition. Well, we're going to have a further one. Tempo is the speed at which a passage of music is or should be played. All right, so when you have the word passage, passage, of course, means a short section. So we could have multiple tempos inside each piece of music. Throughout this curriculum, we'll learn many different Italian words for different speeds of tempos or how fast or slow we are to play the music. For the moment, just remember that tempo is playing with a steady or consistent beat throughout the piece. BPM. Well, what is BPM? BPM stands for beats per minute. If we have a BPM of 80 and a quarter note gets 1 beat, there would be 80 quarter notes consistently played in 1 minute. BPM tells us how fast the tempo of a song should be played. So, before electricity, choral directors first used walking staffs to pound the rhythm in the floor for their students to hear the BPM. Later, conductors of symphonies and choral directors switched to small wooden sticks in their hands called batons. They waved the baton in a certain pattern for a certain time signature. This still continues today. A device was created in 1815 called the metronome. The metronome was similar to a clock where you had to wind it up. See that little gear right there? It marks the time at a selected BPM by the sound of the stick. So this had a little weight on it, so it could be pulled up and down, and depending on where it was on the stick, it would click those beats. Years later, the digital metronome was created. It was small and easy and portable to use and practice in all musicians and instruments. And this is the kind of metronome I had when I was a kid. All right, metronomes are now apps that can be used from your phone or tablets that are built into your on your phone or your tablets, or they're built into your keyboards now. Repeat sign. All right, so the repeat sign, if we see these little double dots, if you see a bar followed by two dots, then a measure followed by two dots, the dots is a repeat sign. You would play the same measure at least 2 times unless there was a notation to play more than twice. It would be up here and it would be like, it would say like play 5 times. But if not, you would play from here to here twice. So here's an example with our BPM and with our repeat signs. All right, so the BPM of 80, if I clicked it out, it would be somewhere around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 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 rest. All right, so the rest of what we're doing today is we're taking one line at a time for the 2 songs that we have already learned or that I've shown to you, and we're going to break down and make sure that we know those today. So how do we do that? Well, we read this wonderful, down here we'll tell you where you play on the fretboard. Up here we'll tell you what rhythm we're going to play. So here, the rhythm for this is 1, 1, 1, 2, and it's all on this Grover Cleveland Eads string. All right, so open, 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 open. Then we're going to do another open, 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 then 2, 2, open, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, open, 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 2, 2, open, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, of course, I was counting those. I know this is a 2 here. Open, 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 2. Open, 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 2. Open, 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 2. Open, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Open, 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 open. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to spend our time in our class today. Make sure that you can play these 2 songs, because we're going to ask you to have to play at least one line for me for your quiz. All right, one line of one song, your choice, because we have Jingle Bells and then we have Silent Night here, right, which we grabbed last week. All right, so I hope you have a great week. If you have any questions, feel free